Going through YouTube, I recognized that Final Stand was lacking in guide content, so I decided to take up the task of making one. This video is going to cover dungeons and the mechanics associated with them. So, let's get started. As I'm recording this, there are currently only 6 dungeons. The Bear Gorilla Dojo, the Red Ribbon Army Base, the Mad Scientist Lab, Bobbity's Ship, the Sunken Ship, and Frieza's Spaceship. As you traverse through the dungeons, you may notice that some doors are locked. You will either need to kill all the enemies in the room, or locate a keycard or button. Buttons and keycards can spawn within any room. However, keycards can also be dropped by enemies. You can keep track of your keycards that you have by looking at the top right of your screen next to the zinni you've gained from the raid. Once you obtain the red keycard, you can enter the boss room. Each dungeon has a boss or set of bosses that you must defeat to complete the dungeon. The Red Ribbon, Mad Scientist, and Sunken Ship all have 1. The Bear Gorilla Dojo has 2, Bobbity's Ship has 3, and Frieza's Ship has 4. Upon completion, you have to wait 3 hours to do the raid again. However, if you fail, you'll only have to wait 15 minutes. In terms of difficulty, the raids for Earth go Dojo, Red Ribbon Base, Mad Scientist, then Bobbity's Ship. Bobbity's Ship is also a prerequisite to unlocking the Majin Buu raid. While you're in raids, you may find yourself taking a lot of damage from the waves of enemies that you'll be fighting.
Back, nigga! Fight back, nigga! Fight back! Fight back!
But don't worry, because you can still heal from things like the Fridge Capsule, Life Capsule, and Charging. But each time you heal, the amount you can heal back will get lower and lower, so be mindful of that. Also, if you come across healing pods, you can revive a fallen ally or heal yourself back to full HP. And if you're in a pinch, you can always rely on Shinji to heal you back to full health, and that will reset the speed. And you're free to use as many Shinji beans as you can pull, so keep that in mind while you're doing raids. So now you're probably wondering why you should be doing dungeons in the first place. Well, by breaking the destroyable objects around the dungeon, you can get zinni, and by killing the enemies, they can drop capsule components which you can use to upgrade capsules. You do, however, have to actually complete the dungeon to get the zinni and the capsule components, so you can't just fail the dungeon and then wait for 15 minutes and then go back in to get the zinni. The amount of zinni you earn at the end can be boosted by the Beckoning Cat capsule. It, however, will not increase the amount of zinni you earn picking up each piece of zinni. If you're trying to get the zinni from the dungeon, I highly recommend using the Vandalizer capsule and the Magnet capsule. The Vandalizer capsule will give you key back upon destroying an object, and the Magnet capsule will attract the zinni towards you. And for moves, I would recommend using Death Beam and Destructive Disc to destroy the objects scattered around the dungeon. After looting, you'll probably end up taking on the boss, and if you're successful in defeating them, you will most likely obtain a drop. You can receive drops like accessories, clothes, emotes, capsules, and titles. Completing dungeons consecutively will give you a luck streak, which increases the chances of you receiving items that you haven't gotten before. So if you're trying to get an item that you haven't obtained yet that you really want, then I would suggest doing other dungeons before you attempt that one to ensure a better chance at getting it. Dungeons can also drop enchanted items which are unique to their dungeon. You can get strong items from the Red Ribbon Army Base, which increases your melee damage by 10. You can get focus items from the dojo, which increases your key max by 10. You can get weighted items from the Mad Scientist Lab, which increases your XP gain. And you can get smelly items from the Sunken Ship, which does nothing but it leaves an aura around you. You can also break down items using the Witch that you can find in the World of Kai. You will need 3 items, however, to break down, and another item to put them onto, so be mindful of what you use. Also, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but if you don't contribute enough points, you will not receive a reward from the raid. At the end, the point screen will flash red if you didn't contribute enough If you have any dungeons or raids you want me to do an in-depth tutorial on, then leave them in the comments below. Other than that, I have nothing else for you guys. Thank you for watching, and stay safe.